Hi soulmates, so here is a simple tutorial on how to cut and sew this stylish underbust sheer blouse with a trumpet or bell sleeve. Blouse style inspiration is from Style Dell, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button. To start making this dress, we're going to draft it out first, which is the shoulder to bust, under bust, waistline, and my blouse length is 24 inches. Now I'll place my tape and mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I added extra half inch to my sleeve, come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, and mark a basic neckline of 3.5 inches. Now you can use 4 inches for yours. Why I use 3.5 is because my shoulder is smaller, right? So I'm going to mark my chest line, and to get that is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. Whatever you get, make a point, place your ruler and draw out a straight line. So after I'm done marking this, the next step is to place my tape, and I'll mark my shoulder divided by 2 plus half. Now I'll connect this. After connecting this, I'll place my tape again and divide it into 2 equal parts, come out by half inch here, place my tape and mark my bust measurement divided by 4. You want to connect to the upper part and all the way to the bust measurement divided by 4 at the chest line. So for this dress, I'll mark it as a dartless pattern. Mark your bust measurement divided by 4, add your sewing allowance to it, using a sewing allowance of 1 inch for my dress. Now mark your under bust measurement divided by 4, then add 1 inch for your stitching allowance. At the waistline, I'll mark my waist measurement divided by 4, add 1 inch. At the blouse length, I will go ahead to mark my hip measurement divided by 4, and I'll add 1 inch to it. I'll just go ahead and I will connect this starting from the bust, under bust, all the way to the blouse length. From the under bust, I placed my tape and I marked 2 inches. Now this is also where your neckline will stop. So I will go in by half inch here, and from this point I'll mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7, divided by 2 is 3.5. I'll connect, then connect to the under bust. So after marking this, I felt this was too low and I came up by half inch. So this is where my neckline will start. So what I'll do now is to connect from the neckline to that half inch at the under bust and outline this. So we are done drafting, almost done. So just remember that we are going to slash the sides of this pattern to give it that puffy effect we have. I'll just go ahead and I will cut this out, and I will cut out the rest of my pattern. Now I'll cut the under bust area and I will slash it open because we are going to slash and spread. You want to open it up in a way that you can easily open it to the end. Now after this, we'll draft the back pattern. Back pattern, I marked all those measurements we marked at the front, which is the neckline of 3.5 inches, my shoulder divided by 2 plus extra half because we are going to attach sleeve to this dress, and also to find my chest line. Then I marked the bust, under bust, waistline and blouse length. This is the basic neckline of 3.5 by 1 inch for the back. Now I will mark my measurement, which is the bust measurement divided by 4, add 1 inch. The under bust measurement divided by 4, I'll add 1 inch for stitching. My waist measurement divided by 4, and I'll add 1 inch for stitching. Then I'll mark my hip measurement divided by 4 and also add 1 inch for stitching allowance. So what I'll do next is to go ahead to place my ruler and I will connect it. Then I will go ahead to outline the under bust line and I will cut this out. This is just what we need for the dress. Then we'll be transferring this to fabric, and then we are going to add extra ease to create the sheer effect on the dress. Transfer to fabric, I will start with the back pattern, which I have pinned. I'll add half inch for joining allowance to the lower part. Then for the neckline, I'll add extra half inch all the way around, then also add half inch at the top. So I'll add half inch here for joining to the shoulder of the front pattern. So I already added half inch to my armhole because I did my shoulder divided by 2 plus half. Cut the back pattern. In front, you notice I placed my tape. I measured about 5 inches. This is because of the sheer effect at the lower part. Now you want to add extra 5 to 4 inches in front, and then I'll add 1 inch at the lower part for folding allowance. Now at the upper part, I will also add ½ inch on top, which I'll use in joining the upper part of the back pattern. So what I'll do now is to go ahead to trace this out. I'll go ahead to trace this out, then I'll keep this aside. What I'll do is I will fold the lower part and then fold the sides. If you have a weaving machine, go ahead to weave it out. If you're making a sheer dress, you have to fold or weave out before making it. Now what I did was to add 1 inch in front. It's because of the sheer effect on this dress. So while I was making mine, I added 1 inch, but please go ahead to add just ½ inch in front of yours. So after that, I'll place, then on top I'll add 1 inch. Now why I'm adding 1 inch is that I will fold it out, right? You want to fold that part, so that is why I'm adding 1 inch to that part. Also make sure you secure with your pin. Now the next step is to add 1 inch at the lower part of this dress, right? I'll go ahead to cut this out. So for the side of this dress in front, I have added 1 inch. I'll now complete the remaining 5 inches here by adding 4 inches. But please, when you're marking yours, you'll be adding 4.5 to the sides and ½ inch in front, right? So that the center of the dress will not be too much. So I felt that 1 inch I added was too much for it. Then I'll go ahead to add ½ inch on top, and then you go ahead to cut this out. So after cutting this out now, you also go ahead to fold the sides and the lower part, just the sides and the lower part and the upper part of this dress. Now this is the most important part of this dress, which is the upper part. So you want to pay attention here. I went ahead to pin this. So for the spacing between each other, this one I used about 4 inches, right? So now this spacing is not a standard. This totally depends on your size of bust and the fullness you want on that area of your bust. If you don't want something that is way too much, you consider using 2.5 to 4 inches for the spacing between each interval. For me, I used 4 inches, but I felt like 3 inches would have been better for me because I don't really have much bust. So for these last ones, I used about, let's say, roughly 1.5 and just 1 inch here, or half for the last one. You don't need much spacing towards the side. It's just after the nipple you're going to add your spacing. So mark ½ inch all the way around, right? So when you get to this point now, you will go down a little. So I went down by 5 inches all the way down for that extra pleat effect. But when making this dress, I reduced this side by 1.5 to 2 inches because I felt it was too much because my bust is on the smaller side. Connecting it to the lower part. So from the side, you just add like ½ inch, and from that ½ inch now, you start connecting it to meet the lower part, drawing out like a circle. So I used 5 inches for the longest part. This 5 inches includes both the joining allowance also to the lower part. But after marking this, I went ahead to readjust it because I felt like it will give me too much drapes at the under bust. Now you also want to add ½ inch at the top for your joining allowance. Then you just go ahead to pleat this after your nipple point to create those pleats. Now by the sides, I added about, after going out a little, I added about 3 inches the side. Then coming down the center part, I used 5 inches. So what I'll do is to go ahead to add ½ inch at the shoulder in front, then go ahead to cut out my pattern. So this is the side that you fold that will create that puffiness. Then I'll cut out my armhole. Towards the armhole, you don't need to add ½ inch for joining allowance because we've already done that when drafting our pattern. So I'll just go ahead to trace out the sides of the dress, and this is what I have. So you want to check out how it's going to be like. That is when you're done attaching, right? So this is what I have here. So for your dress, you can go ahead to cut out a lining for it, but for mine I used facing. So you can cut lining for the upper part of this dress, or you can use facing. So I use facing for mine and I slit this. So what I'll do is to place this and I will go ahead to connect it. I'll go ahead to connect it all the way to the sides of my pattern this way. So this is what I have, and I'll be using it to turn the neckline of my dress. So just like I said, for this part, I went ahead to fold it out. Now I'm marking the areas where we'll be sewing our or creating the shear effect. So if you open it, it looks bigger than your measurement. Don't worry, by the time you're done sewing, it will reduce. I'm marking 0.75 interval. You can use 0.5. So I don't have the strength to use 0.5. This part is the part that is very stressful when you're making this dress, because you have to continue sewing lines of thread to create that shear effect. So most times I just use 0.75 if I don't have the strength to go through or start sewing it as tiny as 0.5. But if you're making this for a client, please use 0.5 interval for your client's dress. But probably if you're making it for yourself, you can decide to use 0.5 or 0.75. So what I'll do is just to go ahead to connect those lines. It's just like drawing a straight line all the way from one side to the other. Now you also draw this for the back also. So after you're done drawing that out, this is the back. I've gone ahead to also draw this side. You need your elastic thread, then you bring your reel. See how I'm reeling it? Take your time. Do not drag the elastic thread. So you have to really gently. I added little speed to this video, so that's why it's going fast. But normally, if you're reeling it, you have to do it gently to avoid expanding, dragging the thread. Now, this elastic thread will be under your reeler, while your main normal thread will be what you use in sewing on top. Now if you buy an elastic thread and it's very stiff, soak it inside lukewarm water. So what I'll do is go to the machine and sew directly straight on those lines. I've loved to show you how to sew this on the machine, but where my machine is not really that bright. But once you reel your elastic thread under and put your main thread on top and you sew, you're going to have this stretchy effect. Now what you're going to do is to go ahead to join this. So this is the front. I have turned it with the facing, right? So I felt like it is too much. It will be too big for my bust because my bust is just 33 inches and a half. So what I'll do is I'll trace out this longest part. You see, I'm cutting out like roughly 1.5 to 2 inches. So when you're making your dress, instead of adding extra 5 inches, which might be too much for the underbust, you can add 3.5 inches to 4 inches for the longest part of your dress, right? This is what you now be having and you will join it. I'll just go ahead and separate the two now. So we are going to attach it. Now bring the center part, merge it to the center part of your main cup area. So if you drag it now, you see it can drag. So what you want to do is to pin the edge. Secure the two edge and go ahead to pin it down. Now from the sides going to the armhole, that is where you're going to create pleats. But for the center part, you will not pleat. Now this is the part going towards the armhole, and that is where we have those pleats. Remember, your pleat is going to start like from your nipple to nipple. Now when you finish pleating this, it might look funny at first, but by the time you're done sewing, it's going to come out very well and give you the fit or desired style. So from the center part, just place as you see me placing now, and I will just go ahead to place and pin. So the pleating is meant to start after the nipple to nipple line. So this is why I said when you're spreading your pattern, you're spreading out, you're doing your slash and spread for your pattern, depending on the size of your bust, that is how you're going to spread it. Because if you have a very small bust like mine, I felt what I spread was a bit much for my bust, but it's still something I can wear. So depending on the size of your bust, you can go ahead to slash and spread. So what I did now was just to go ahead to pleat out these areas. That's why I said when you're also doing your slash and spread, you can use 2.5 to 4 inches for the first and second interval. So if I turn it now, this is what it will be looking like. So I will be pinning the other side and I'll be attaching it with 1/2 inch. I've not yet stitched the other side, so what I'll do is I'll also go ahead to join this part. So after joining the two, this is what I have. I also joined the shoulder of my back pattern. I forgot to mention, for the back neckline, I piped it just like when you're sewing your bias. Please go ahead to pipe your back neckline, then join the shoulder of the front and the back. Remember, I'm not making this dress with lining. So I want to cut out my sleeve together, both sleeves. I'll fold and refold again. So for the wideness of this my sleeve, I think is about 13 inches on fold. So I'll just mark out a straight line. That is where my sleeve will stop. Now your sleeve should be a bit longer than your hand. It should cover it, because if you look at the sleeve we have there, it's very long. Now bring the shoulder, measure from the shoulder to the armhole of your dress. I have 9.5 inches. Cutting my sleeve with a freehand sketch, right? So what I'll do is to mark my sleeve cap height, and to get that is your bust circumference divided by 12 plus 0.5. Whatever you get, make a mark there. Place your tape, mark your armhole circumference divided by 2. Now just connect it to the upper part. I'll now measure that curve. When I measure it, I want to make sure that is 9.5 inches that I have, right? So after this, I'll add 1/2 inch on top, which will serve as the joining allowance. Extend this and connect it this way. This is just what I used for the sleeve. Next step is to go ahead to cut this out, right? After cutting this out, we'll be attaching it to the shoulder of our dress. We also want to notch the midpoint. Fold the lower part of the sleeve. So I joined it to the shoulder of my dress. After joining, I went ahead to pin my dress together. So what I'll do is to stitch with 1 inch from the sleeve to the side all the way down. So stitch with 1 inch here, because I added 1 inch for my sewing allowance, and take it all the way down. So after I was done stitching, this is the final look of the dress. If you find this tutorial very interesting and educative, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and also leave your comments at the comment section. Bye.